My name is Erin Wehrli. I'm a teacher of 29 years for a very rural school district, Deposit Central School District, which has 548 students pre-K through 12. Let me explain to you what I mean by rural. The families in our community need to drive 35 plus miles for work, for medical care, for a choice in grocery stores, for entertainment, etc. Our internet and cell service is spotty at best. There is no public transportation, so if you do not own a car, your choices for employment, shopping, anything else are extremely limited. 58% of our families live below the poverty level. Because of these circumstances, the school is so much more than just a school. It's a lifeline for our students and community. We hold monthly food banks that benefit over 50% of our families. We provide dental, medical, and mental health services. We provide prom attire for students that can't afford it or don't have the means to go shopping for it. We have paid for students' class rings and their senior trips so their circumstances don't limit the joys of graduation. We provide field trips and enrichment activities that they'd never get otherwise. We help students find employment and take them to interviews. The impact of these additional experiences is enormous for our district. This year, I took a group of special education boys to the Museum of the Earth in Ithaca, New York. We had been studying the dinosaur legends of Nessie, Champ, and Chessie. We read the myths, we theorized about what the creatures could be, we wrote our own legends, and then we went to the experts. For weeks, these boys came to school every day and asked about the trip, afraid they were going to miss it. On the day of the trip, the boys were all in their glory and they learned so much. Afterwards, we stopped at McDonald's for lunch. The following day, I asked them what they thought and what they had learned. What I learned was that this was the first time they had ever been to a museum or eaten at a McDonald's restaurant. Can you imagine being 13 years old and it's the first time you've been to a museum or eaten at a McDonald's? We've also taken students to New York City to see shows on Broadway. I recently had a student who graduated several years ago reach out to me saying how much of an impact this trip made on their life and that it was the only time they've ever been able to travel to the city or see a Broadway show. Transporting these students to these kinds of cultural events is an additional cost amplified by our district size and location. When we can't provide in-person experiences, we have to bring the resources to them. Because of our geographic isolation, this costs much, much more for schools with sparse populations and high poverty levels, even if the land wealth is high. Even in our rural setting, we have seen an increase in our ELL population. Recently, our school jumped from 0 to 2% in one school year. We do not have the funding or the resources to adequately train teachers to be able to communicate with these students or their parents or for them to learn successfully. I urge you to do what is right for the students who are at a greater need for resources due to their rural isolation. They shouldn't be punished or overlooked just because of where they are living. Thank you.